Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. We're playing Quick Draft here, and as predicted in the last episode, we're not playing Crimson Vow anymore. That format has expired, and it turns out that Forgotten Realms, which was released sometime in the middle of last year, I think, is the latest one. Is the current Quick Draft format. So that should be interesting. It's the kind of D&D themed expansion. There's a lot. I don't know about a lot. There's some there's dungeon as an effect. There's d20s that you have to roll sometimes. There's treasure, So it should be interesting. I read through a draft guide. I have some idea of what kinds of things decks are trying to accomplish, and I, as usual, also opened the first pick order, both from Draft Sim, of course. Thanks to Draft Sim for not sponsoring this video. Oh well. Treasure Vault. Is this any good? It's a land. So the point of this is color fixing, right? It's a colorless land, but later, when you have leftover mana, you can spend that mana to make treasure tokens, which can make mana of any color. Plus, their treasure is like a theme that decks can care about. Black and red apparently are best at that. Obviously, I'm gonna look at the draft pick order recommendations, but I would like to try to evaluate cards on my own first. By the way, this is gonna be a slow draft, of course, because this is my first time in this format. So okay, is this any good? It's probably playable. It's just a land, and you usually don't need colored lands that badly. If you're only playing 2 colors, which seems pretty normal, and this could help you splash something, or there are cards that can turn treasures into cards, and then this could do a lot maybe, but this would be the kind of thing you would only want to put into a pretty big control deck, I think. Something that plans to go late game and wants to splash stuff. So I'm inclined to say that this is in the bottom of solid playables, not above average or anything, but fine. Let's see how close I am. Treasure Vault. It is actually one of the worst cards in the format. That's a little surprising to me, because it's it costs you almost nothing to run it. It doesn't cost a card slot, right? You wouldn't want to first pick it, which is fine. But if you get offered this late, it shouldn't hurt to add it to the deck, to most decks, I would think. I mean, it costs a lot of mana to do anything. I don't know. Okay, fine. Magic Missile, 3 mana, very red. Looks like pretty reasonable removal. Hunter's Mark, I believe, is quite good. It was mentioned in the draft guide. It's, okay removal. That especially hates blue. Prosperous Innkeeper, I'm pretty sure, is a decent card. I've seen this played in Constructed, which doesn't necessarily mean it's good in Limited, but it is a 2 mana card that gives you a treasure, and also life gain is a green-white theme in this set, I believe. Paladin's Shield, very exciting. Arcane Investigator, 2 mana card with 6 mana to draw. Okay, very slow. Bar the Gate is a counterspell that delves into the dungeon, or ventures into the dungeon, whatever. Oh, and it even shows you what all the dungeons are. That's nice. I know, I've seen them, but okay. These are the kinds of things you do. Every time you venture into the dungeon, you pick. If you haven't picked a dungeon yet, you pick a dungeon the first time you venture in. And then every time you venture again, you go 1 level deeper. So you start out at here, then you go to here, then you pick one of the 2 at level 3, and then you go down to so on. And so this is the most commonly picked dungeon. And there are also cards that care about you having finished one. So that's something. Okay. Fate's Reversal. I mean, I think Bar the Gate is probably fine, but not a first pick. Fate's Reversal. Ugh. Artist Fireball is pretty expensive, but also okay removal. Kick in the door. Okay, so this is like some red-white aggro kind of card. Or red-black, I don't know. But I think in this format, red-black is supposed to play a bit more control-y. So I think Magic Missile... I don't know, all three of the uncommons look fine, actually. Magic Missile can 2-for-1, which is nice. Kill like a couple small creatures. Can also go face. I'm inclined to take Prosperous Innkeeper, but like, let's just look at the draft guide and see what it says. Missile is ranked 31st, very good. I guess I don't respect removal enough. Innkeeper is ranked 67th, pretty good. And what was the other one? Hunter's Mark? Ranked 65th, right next to Prosperous Innkeeper, pretty much. Okay, so we'll take the Magic Missile. Now, so like... supposedly, red-black is like the strongest color pair in this format. And so there is some danger that, like, you know, if you try to draft red, you might not get the cards you want. But, you know, I guess that's fine. We'll take this, and maybe Lefty will get the hint to play green, and then we won't have to worry about him taking our red cards in the future. Maybe. Okay, I'll take the Missile. Wizard's Spellbook. Good lord, this is a gigantic card. 7 mana. Tap to exile something from a graveyard. I assume this is like way too slow, but we'll have a look. Red-blue, by the way, is like the color pair that cares most about rolling dice. So. Copy it, you may cast it. Copy it, you can cast it for 1 mana. Or copy every card. Yeah, okay, well that's a 20. That's basically never going to happen. Very, very strong. A lot of these things have like really strong effects for 20, but they don't really happen. We can ignore that text. Which would basically be the point. If there's something you exiled but didn't play, you could then play it at a later time if you like hit a 20, but like I think you'd rather just like play the cards that you exile with it. So this is like a very slow card. But sure, if we want a 7 mana rare, I guess we could take it. Is it any good? I think this format is probably too fast for this. Let's see what the draft guide thinks. It thinks it's totally fine. An okay card. Solid playable. Burning Hands. 2 mana removal. That hates green. That's gotta be great, right? What about this troll? 5 mana, 6/2? That's an odd... You don't see 6/2s around very much. And then for 4 mana, if it's in your graveyard, you can get it back to your library or your hand, or very rarely to the battlefield. That doesn't seem that great. I'm inclined to think. Yeah, indeed it is not that great. Okay, good. Arborea Pegasus. 4 mana, 3/2, 2/3 flyer. Okay. What are the themes that white has? Life gain with green, aggro, and equipment with red. It's kind of mid-rangey stuff with black. And control with blue. So, I mean, this looks kind of sort of okay in mid-range, sort of okay in aggro. Because you get to, like, apply some damage over the top when you play this, but not that amazing. Secret Door. 1 mana defender that can venture into the dungeon repeatedly. Kind of cute. Hired Hexblade. Okay, if you have treasure, it can, like, be a cantrip, which is pretty cool. This is probably not horrible. Any 2-mana Death Touch creatures are usually okay. Oh, Price of Loyalty is pretty strong, I believe. Especially if you can manage to play red-black, because black has a number of ways to sacrifice creatures, and if this gets, all the stuff that like takes a creature away for a turn is especially desirable if you can sacrifice them, right? And before giving it back and get some benefit out of it. So I think like it's probably Burning Hands, but I wouldn't be shocked to find that it's Price of Loyalty here. Where's my draft guide? Here it is. Burning Hands ranked 62nd. The other one I forgot already. Price of Loyalty. Ranked 153rd, so it doesn't like that so much. It is good in black, but okay, we don't have black yet. And I assume the Hexblade is like okay, but not worth picking over another red removal. Okay, sign me up. Not much red in this pack, worth noting. What are you? A white dragon. 6 mana, 4/4 flyer. Tap something for a while when you play it. Okay. Is this any good? It's pretty expensive. I don't know if you would want to play it in red-white. Tapping stuff is cool, either for attacking or for not being attacked. Purple Worm. Weird. It's a big green creature that's hard to get rid of, sure. Celestial Unicorn works well in the green-white life gain stuff. Shocking Grasp. Okay, a combat trick that draws a card. Eyes of the Beholder is a little big for a kill card. 6 mana, right? Mimic. 2 mana. That can color fix expensively. Well, not super expensive. Paying 2 mana to gain a mana of any color is kind of bad. But in the meantime, it can become a creature for a while on occasion. I think I'm probably supposed to take one of the uncommons still. How good is White Dragon? 90th, pretty solid. Purple Worm, 98th, also pretty good. I don't think Kicking the Door is better than that. No, it's not. And Beholder, ranked 130th, worse than either of these. So, okay, we pick whether we want to try, like, red-white or red-green. Well, we're not committed to either, of course. I mean, we'll try White Dragon, I guess. Flying is nice to have. Check for traps. I've seen this in jump-in decks. So 2 mana, you exile a card from their hand, and if it's an instant or has flash, they lose life, otherwise you lose life. So it's cute. Sure. Iron Golem, yuck. Ranger's Hawk, I think, is pretty okay in red-white. Oh, Deadly Dispute is one of the pretty solid black, like, treasure synergy card, and it has this sacrifice thing, which would pair well with Price of Loyalty. How is Ranger's Hawk? It's like, I don't know. It's a flyer that can venture into the dungeon, and it's very cheap. Might fit well in red-white. See, it's not really mentioned much in draft guide. The pick order says it's not very good. I would have thought a 1 mana 1/1 flyer is okay. but sure. This Fireball is okay, but I think I'm meant to take here Deadly Dispute, actually. It says it's a pretty decent card. Check for traps. It does like that better, but I think since I'm in red already, I have some chance of getting like Price of Loyalty with these cards. What did it think of the Fireball? It actually likes that even better. Alright, sure, I'll take it. Divine Smite. Okay, so this hates black. To phase out is to disappear for until the opponent's the controller's next turn. In this case will be the opponent. But if it's black, it's gone forever. Goblin Morningstar, so red-white kind of likes equipment. And this is some. Here's some white equipment. Huh. What's up with this ogre? Makes treasure. Nothing I really want to splash yet. But just, you know, having access to treasure in general is nice. I'm probably meant to take the Morningstar, though. Yeah, it actually says Goblin Morningstar is quite good. How about the Mace? Not very good. Okay. Makes sense, this is the uncommon. Cleric class. This is only good if you have a bunch of life gain. It's very playable in Constructed. But in Limited, it's, I think, not that great. We don't have any life gain yet, and we're probably not going to get a lot if we're playing red-white. You know, white has life gain, but it doesn't really fit the aggressive theme that red-white wants to play. 2 mana, 2/1. Hexproof for you. It's interesting, but it's definitely more of a control card, I think? I don't know. Making yourself hexproof is like maybe just a small benefit to this, just like it's a 2 mana 2/1, which is okay. You hear something on watch, I think is fine. It's can be used aggressively or defensively. You're ambushed on the road. You come to a river is, you know, it's bounce and also sneaks damage through. There's just so much white here. Like, I really should be playing white, right? The fact that all this stuff, none of it's amazing, but it suggests that white is a color that I can get a lot of cards in, probably. Some of these would have been taken if people on my right were playing white. And I think you hear something on watch is probably better than the sentry. It's ranked 141st. Sentry is ranked 227th. Okay. And I don't think I even need to look at ambushed, right? Not very good. Yep, we'll just take the you hear something on watch. It's removal-ish. And also possibly reach. Dawnbringer Cleric. 2 mana 1/3. That can gain life, or destroy an enchantment, or exile from the graveyard. So, situational effects, but they're enchantments, especially... Are class cards enchantments? It is, okay. So it can destroy class cards, which is kind of nice. We could just take the Price of Loyalty, but I didn't end up taking the black card that synergizes with it. Some of the Null Camp, some aggro stuff. More aggro stuff. I think the Dawnbringer Cleric is not that amazing. Yeah. Null Camp is not that great. I mean, you know, we could say in this deck maybe it is, but I think we just take another You Hear Something on watch. Yeah. What are Thieves' Tools? They're equipment that's black. Okay. Critical hit, 2 mana. Every creature gains double strike. And if you roll if you ever roll a 20 on something, this goes back into your hand. Okay, unlikely to be useful. Should probably take some creatures. But maybe maybe a combat trick? Like, I don't have any, the only creature I have right now is the Goblin Morningstar and the White Dragon. I think I should probably just take the Dwarf. Kick in the door has wheeled, I guess. So is the Innkeeper. That's a little surprising. But this is probably not something I want to play. Spare Dagger. Well, I don't know. Red-White likes equipment, apparently. Kick in the door again? I think I'll just take another Mimic. Not take another Mimic. Take just some random artifact. I just don't really see myself ever playing this. I wonder if I should just take this in case I wind up in blue-red? Sure. I'm not really devoted to white at this point. Check for Traps came back. Polymorph into a 4/4 flyer. Or just have a 2-drop that can eventually draw. I think this would be better if we were going to run either. Just a lot of blue here. Now, the draft guide does say blue is the worst color, so that makes sense. I'm noticing we have a red-white dual color here. Probably pretty good, right? Gold dragon. Yes. Oh, I read this text wrong. I thought that LT at the end was an H. I thought that was the Adur adult dragon, but no. This is rated 9th best card in the set. And we're already in the right colors for it, so I don't think there's any choice but to pick it. And it's just like kind of a boring creature. You play it. I mean, it does stuff. It's a flyer with haste and lifelink. Like, it's strong, but it doesn't like do anything fancy. I guess they call that, what, French vanilla, right? It's not vanilla because it has text, but it's just like keywords. Split the party? I don't think I want that. Rust Monster. 3 mana, 2/1 with first strike, and it can eat up artifacts, in particular treasure tokens, to get extra damage. So it's threatening to do more if opponent tries to block it. Minimus Containment is playable removal, I think. Don't really want Evolving Wilds. What are Swarming Goblins? 5 mana to make some... Are you kidding me? This looks awful. 5 mana. Oh no, it's. I thought this was like a sorcery that just makes between 1 and 3 tokens. No, it comes with a 4/3 body and also makes tokens. Okay, that makes more sense. But Dragon's Fire actually is like the top removal in the format. I think the best common in the format. And I have 2 dragons, so I might be able to activate the bigger effect as well. It would do 4 instead of 3. Yeah, I think we have to take Dragon's Fire. It's way better than Rust Monster, right? A little better than Rust Monster. What is a Devoted Paladin? 5 mana, 4/4. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and vigilance till end of turn. Okay, kind of a big card. Earth Cult Elemental, 6 mana, 6/6. And you basically flip a coin between everyone sacking a permanent or just opponent doing it. And very, very rarely you might make them sack 2. Hobgoblin Captain. I think think I'm inclined to just take that. It's a 2-drop. Like, I need... Well, actually, I have a fair number, but they're like all removal, right? I don't have that much actual playable 2-mana stuff. And I don't think the Devoted Paladin is all that amazing. Fine. The Hobgoblin Captain is also fine, but a little bit better. It says noticeably better, and also like is what I want right now. Not even gonna look at these. Improvised Weaponry, 3 mana to kill something and make a treasure. I think this is a playable removal card. Price of Loyalty has come back again. The Black Staff of Waterdeep. Nobody wants this, huh? I assume I don't either. What does it do? It's just interesting to look at. 1 mana, you can choose not to untap it if you want. You pay 2 mana and tap it to make one of your artifacts, presumably treasure, into a 4/4 for as long as it remains tapped. So the idea is you turn one of your treasures into a creature, and you leave it that way until it dies, and then you untap this and enchant something. That seems kind of cute, but apparently not that good. Black Staff. It's rated fine, actually. How much treasure do we have? We probably are not splashing for that or anything, but if we had a lot of treasure, I guess we could have 0. Good to know. Trickster's Talisman, we also probably don't want, obviously, but I just want to get familiar with these cards, especially the uncommons, because the commons you pick up pretty quickly. Enchanted Creature, so it's an equipment for blue and then 2 to equip. When it deals combat damage to a player, you can copy the creature and sack the equipment. Huh. Interesting. So I guess this is a Dimir card. Blue-black is about like doing combat damage to the opponent and getting stuff out of that. Drider? Oh, it's like a drow spider or something, I guess? Yeah, the elf, okay. When it deals combat damage to a player, make a spider. Yeah, see, I told you that's what blue-black is about. Okay, kind of cute, but obviously we don't want it. Gloomstalker. Like, I assume we're just taking improvised weaponry. Boots of Speed actually could be kind of fun. But this is like... You pay 3 mana to remove a medium... Well, a small creature, really. But importantly, you get a treasure token. So, like, on turn 3, you can play this. And then on turn 4, you can play a 5 mana card. Kind of what this is. The ideal use case for this. I think Boots of Speed are also playable. Gloomstalker I definitely don't want. I'm not finishing any dungeons. And not a very good creature otherwise. So how good is improvised weaponry? Improvised weaponry. It says not very good, actually. Okay, fair enough. The draft guide mentioned improvised weaponry in less aggressive red decks. Sure. Okay. Well, boots? How are the boots? Anyone like the boots? They're actually rated pretty good. Alright. I mean, they're fine. Not like insane, but you gain life. Okay, so this is not going to happen. 4 mana, vigilance, tap something. So I guess the point of this is, since it has vigilance, you attack with it, and then you tap something you don't want them to block with. You get both effects. You can attack and tap if you want. 2 mana, 2/2 lifelink. Okay. More boots, or I guess. I still don't have very many creatures. Maybe I'm supposed to take another Hobgoblin Captain. Probably. Wasn't there Split the Party in like pack 2? There's another one here in pack 8, I guess. Okay. Nobody's playing blue. Fair enough. You take another fireball. What's the plundering barbarian? Destroy an artifact or make a treasure token. It would be nice to have something to play on 3. I mean, the fireball is the better card, I'm sure. But we have a lot of removal already. And just like a 3-mana 2/2 that can do something is probably good. A mace, huh? Could take more boots. The pit trap is like questionable removal. Pretty expensive. I think I'm just gonna take more boots. Swarming goblins or unexpected windfall. I think this is pretty good. Like, it's definitely very playable and constructed. But I don't know if that means that it's good in draft. Treasure tokens help you a lot with splashing, like, whatever cool stuff you want, I guess. It might be that I'm just supposed to pick, like, a 5-drop that makes creatures because I don't have any creatures right now. Not very many. I probably am. Let's look up how good it thinks both of those are. Oh, what is this, by the way? Leather armor? Huh. Equip 0. Don't get that very often. Okay, so what does it think of Windfall? Okay. And the Swarming Goblins are also okay. I think that what I need in this deck is Swarming Goblins, not Windfall. Bag of Holding. When you discard, exile that card, and then later you can get these cards back. So it would work better with cards like Windfall, but of course it is its own, you know, engine for doing this. But it's very slow draw engine, basically. Or filtering. I don't think I much want any of this. Could take the spare dagger, I suppose. Pretty cheap, and do I already have one? I do. All right, how bad is Bag of Holding? Actually, not that bad. It says. So the question is, do we want it in this deck? I think probably not. Boy, we're playing so little white here. I could maybe have taken something like Windfall and just planned for that to be the way to cast White Dragon. But I also have the old Gold Dragon, I guess. Alright, we'll take Bag of Holding. I might, like, end up wanting to dump extra lands or something. Right, treat this as, you know, blood tokens, basically. Not as a... Because getting the cards that you discarded back in your hand is most of the time not that great, because you don't want to be discarding cards that you, like, want, right? You want to be keeping those. But sometimes you might be forced to, and, like, if you have nothing better to do with your mana, of course you would use this to draw a card, see if it improves your hand. But if what you draw is, like, the worst card of everything in your hand, you just exile that, and then maybe you get it back later. I'm sure it's okay. But I don't want to spend my mana on that. Brazen Dwarf? Swarming Goblins? I don't have much die rolling, right? I have like one die roll card. Ah, the Morning Star as well. But this is the one I was thinking of. Oh no, there's one here as well. So I have 3. I don't think I want another 5-drop. Give me another 2-drop. And another 2-drop. I don't have anything that sacrifices, right? That exists in black, but it doesn't exist in... Yes. Half-Elf Monk is kind of fun, and I don't have anything in my 4 slot right now. Alright, sure. Over the leather armor. I might cut it, who knows. Dragon Turtle. I don't have much treasure, so I don't imagine I'm keeping this, but look at it. 3 mana, 3/5 flash. Oh, interesting. So it's like, you know, a tempo thing of tapping your opponent's thing for a while, but then it kind of turns into a creature eventually, right? So it's a flash effect that taps their thing and also makes a creature for you that is tapped. And then they both untap at the same time. That's kind of cute. It's probably a pretty good card. Not something I want to like add to the deck now or anything. But let's look up how that goes. Dragon Turtle. Yes, it is a pretty good card. Okay. What about this? Dragon's Disciple. 2 mana, white creature, so that's already promising. It likes dragons. Okay, I'm probably just going to take it. Or we could take another red dragon. 6 mana, face damage. Okay. I don't think I need more like gigantic dragons. I just want one that synergizes with the 2 I already have and is like a 2-drop. Yep. Well, let's do it. I don't need a draft guide to tell me that I want this. It says it's like sometimes playable. So meanwhile, I'm running like actually three dragons, 2 dragons. I guess this would be my 3rd, but I'm not picking it. So it's only 2 dragons, but like it's a 2 mana that could be a 2/4, which is pretty strong for a 2-drop. I guess it maybe won't work that often. What do you think of? I don't want red dragon, right? It's rated so much better, but I want like, well, I don't know. It doesn't say red dragon is insane or anything, but it does say it's pretty good. I guess it is flying. It's just like I have like a lot of fairly expensive cards already, and I have a ton of 2-drops, but like I think that's what I want. And the question is like, is this a 2-drop that this deck wants? It's a little bit like defensive, which red-white tries not to be, but it's not clear that we've really drafted like an insane aggro deck or anything, right? We have like removal here. This is just like a 2 mana 1/3 as well with a mediocre effect. Removal. Okay, decent creature. Removal. I don't know. I think it might just be... Oh, alright, just give me the giant dragon. Whatever. I know it's a red dragon. I just mean it is giant, and it's a dragon. Monk of the Open Hand is a 1 mana card. When you cast your 2nd spell each turn... Wow. Okay, I want this a lot, right? The 1 mana card that loves you to play cheap stuff. Burning Hands is probably better, I assume. And playing multiple cards per turn is the blue-white. It says like Monk of the Open Hand is fine, fairly good. And it'll say Burning Hands is much better, but I want this. Like, I want a 1-drop. I want to play a lot of cheap stuff. Put counters on this thing. It is, I guess, in some sense a little slow for a 1-drop. Because you don't get to cast multiple spells in a turn until like turn 4 or something. And I don't have draw. So I guess I won't get to do it very often in a game. Maybe this isn't that great. Maybe I should just take another. Yeah, maybe I was just so attracted by the fact that it's a 1-drop that can get counters. Like, yes, it works great for like Boots of Speed. You know, play the Monk, play the Boots of Speed, and then pay 1 more to equip, and you have like a 3-mana 2/2 haste, which is not that great. Not legal in Cascade. Yeah, that makes sense. Cascade is this wacky format where every spell has Cascade on it, and Cascade is a thing where, like, I don't remember exactly how it works. I think the idea is if you cast a spell with Cascade, you you reveal cards from your library until you find one that costs less than that, and then cast it for free. And in the Cascade format, every card or every spell has Cascade printed on it. So this would just go nuts, obviously. It would every turn something. So, alright, I'll take the Burning Hands, fine. Cloister Gargoyle. No, we don't really have any dungeon stuff. Or any life gain stuff. Delver's Torch, equipment that, like, ventures into the dungeon. I'd kind of like a 3-drop if that's okay. Oh my gosh. 1-mana equipment that equips for 5, kind of interesting. Could just take another Fireball. Pretty heavy. I have to figure out what the hell this deck's identity is. Like, it has a bunch of this 2-mana stuff and a bunch of 5-mana stuff and nothing in between, which is a little weird. I think the Fireball is the best card here. And, like, you can't have too much removal, right? And we like rolling dice a little bit because of the dwarf. So I think I should just take this. Both like going after the Delver's Torch. Going into the dungeon is fun, but just one card that does it is not much of anything. The equipment for +1/+1 is okay, but not amazing. A lot of green lying around here. There's this 2-mana card we could take again. Here's one that likes equipment. It would be a 2-mana 3/3 a lot of the time in our deck. I think that's pretty good. Here's a 2-mana menace creature. Yeah, I'll just take the champion. I'm kind of surprised, by the way, that I'm into, like... Usually by the time I'm this far in pack 3, I'm having to, like, cut a lot more of the cards that I thought I wanted to play. And here, like, I'm quite deep, and I haven't yet found anything. I'm only now at 23 cards. Anyway, what is this? Tiger Tribe Hunter. 5 mana. 4/4 trample, whose pack tactics effects is... You can sack a creature... Okay, you can throw a creature at the opponent's face. Doesn't seem that good for 5 mana. What is this? You find some prisoners. 2 mana. Destroy an artifact. Or take a card from opponent's deck and then you can play it. I think that neither of these are very good. Prisoners. Yes, not that great. Interestingly, it is right next to +2 mace in the first pick order. Veteran Dungeoneer, I don't really need a 4. I mean, I don't know. I'd like 3s and 4s, kind of, I guess, but I want this one. So what do you think of Tiger Tribe Hunter? Tiger Tribe Hunter. It says it's, like, fairly okay. But I don't need more expensive cards. This deck has enough giant stuff. How much equipment do I have? I took a fair few, right? At least 3? Okay, 3. We could take the mace, not rated especially highly. I think the Great Axe is unrealistic, but no, we have a card somewhere that likes to be equipped. Lost track of it. It's in the 2 mana, right? Yeah. Here. So, you know, with the mace, that it would be a 5/5. Kind of cool. But the mace is quite expensive too. I don't know. I think I'll just, oops, sideboard the mace probably. 50 feet of rope is an artifact that can do various things. None of them all that great. I don't think we want more boots. Could just take a 4-drop. Makes treasure tokens to help me get to my 5s. I think that's fine. And what am I cutting? Hobgoblin Captain? Sure. Maybe it should be the boots, but I kind of like them. Temple of the Dragon Queen, a fixing card. We have several dragons this could activate with, but like we would basically be trying to play this as a red-white dual land. I think I'm much happier to take a Dwarfhold Champion though. Again. Look, these two are in the same pack again. Interesting. Right, let's cut a Brazen Dwarf to put in the Dwarfhold Champion. I think, like, I want to be equipping things, obviously. And I think I can kind of do it. And a 3/1 is better than a 1/3 anyway. I might be cutting something else to put the mace back in as well. Another half-elf monk. I don't really want it. But sure, let's sideboard it at least. Dragon's Disciple came back. And now I actually have the 3 dragons. I mean, I have to, right? Cut another dwarf. Monk of the Open Hand also came back. Shows what I know about what's good in this format. All the cards I was excited about are so bad nobody wants them. And yes, okay, they're playing different decks than I am, but I do think it's like less realistic than I first imagined to get this to go off. I want to be spending mana on like equipment and larger creatures, so I think I just shouldn't take this. Delver's Torch is not horrible. 2 mana equipment, but I think the mace is just better. It's 2 mana equipment with +2/+2 and the same equip cost. The difference is like venturing into the dungeon, right? Which is cool, you know, dungeons are fun, but I really don't have a dungeon deck. I guess if I'm taking anything, it would be the Great Axe. I don't think I want that either, but sure, kind of fun. +4/+0 is a cool thing. Here's some flash equipment. I didn't really get a lot of like equipment synergies, just the 2 Dwarfhold Champions. But I think it's still fine to have. I just don't like really want to cut anything for this. Cut the half-elf monk, but I think it's fine. Alright. I don't think I should like run fewer lands. I have a ton of 2-drops, but the other cards that I have, like, I don't have 3s. So I'm playing like 2s and 5s. I came up with 12 creatures, which is still pretty low. But I got so much removal. How can I get rid of any of it? Maybe I can get rid of You Hear Something on Watch, actually. These are not so good for the deck, actually. And with that, I could run, like... a creature and another equipment or something. Like put back in the Hobgoblin Captain maybe, and the +2 mace. A ton of 2-mana spells. But that's okay. 9/8 I think is fine. I don't know that this deck is that amazing. I'm sure like my first draft is not going to be the best one that I have. Is this a good deck? I don't really know. Did I end up taking the Tiger Tribe Hunter, by the way? I don't even remember. I think I did. I just mentioned that because it's what the draft guide happens to be pointing at the moment. Yeah, that took 50 minutes. As expected, a slow draft. I did warn you. Alright. Here's our first opponent. Filthy Lucre, good name. I only have 2 mana, but I think that's fine. I have pretty good cards here, and a 2 mana removal and a 3-drop. It can make treasure to eventually like hit my 5 pretty soon. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I even wound up with a 2-drop. White-green, so life gain is what we might expect from this deck. Fine. Still would like a 3rd land. What the hell are you? It's a 4-mana flying vigilance 4/3. And then when it dies, it makes an equipment. Huh. Okay. Well, I don't much care for that. I also don't care for not drawing a 3rd land. I think we just kill this on opponent's turn and do nothing on our turn, sadly. Sure. Let's let them waste it on their dragon. No. Yes? It does 3 damage, right? Oh, actually it does 4? Reveal a dragon card. Target this. This dragon. Okay, still no more land. I guess I'll just play my 2-mana 2/4. Attack with the 3/3? 3/1? They already can't really do any useful attacking with this, because I'll have a 2/4 down, I guess? They might... Oh, that's stupid. They're gonna buff this. Yeah. But I guess I can't block... Oh, no. I should have held this back, and then... Ugh. No, they would have just tapped this and then attacked, and I wouldn't have to block anyway. Yes, reveal this. So, kind of sucks that we haven't hit a 3rd land. Like, turn 4 or 5, and I'm player 2? You would expect to have found 1 by now? Or 2, even? Okay, here's something. Oh, I could destroy their equipment instead of making a treasure token. That's interesting. I think that's well worth doing. Now, like, my board is actually quite tolerable. I could even attack with this. I have a 3/1 back to block this, and a 2/2 to block the other 2. Sure. Obviously, it can't block both of them, but it threatens to block either one, so they're not that excited about attacking. Well, we dealt with Icing Death. How good is Icing Death, by the way? Rated 5th best. We dealt with it, but, like, at great cost. We're behind, but it's not, like, absolutely owning me. Not even that great cost, right? I used a removal spell on it, and I kind of spent a treasure token by killing it instead of gaining a treasure token. Okay, I block. What's your combat trick? Nothing. Wow. Alright. That's a great card, by the way. I don't have anything much I can do for 3. I could put down either of these. How good is a 3/1 right now? Not great. How good is a mace right now? Maybe okay? If this were a 4/6, it would be pretty cool, but it's already pretty cool. I think I just want another creature. What are you? Oh, this is the Cloister Gargoyle. Wants you to venture into dungeons, and otherwise it just blocks damage. Sure. Whoa. Tomb of Annihilation? Didn't expect that. Ah, this is... Well, no, I can still play both of these. What am I thinking? I was thinking maybe I should have, like, kept both of these in hand so I could play 2 2s, and then I should have played the mace last turn, but this also costs 2, and it works out fine. None attacks. Tomb of Annihilation. What else do they... Okay, so they're, like, just trying to pressure me. I guess that makes sense. I'm down on life, they're going to be gaining life, sure. You do know that I have this, which will fix my life problems eventually. I feel like my position in this game is actually fine. Which is kind of unbelievable given how badly it started. Maybe when they, like, if they make it to the bottom... Oh, right. That's another reason they're going into this dungeon. Is they want these guys to turn on. Oubliette! Oh my god. No one ever takes Oubliette. Wow, they really want to get to the bottom of this dungeon to turn on their Cloister Gargoyles, I said. Oh, ha 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 ha. They have to sacrifice a creature and an artifact. I bet they forgot the artifact part and thought of these as creatures. I think we just play this thing and start hitting them. I was all thinking about the fact they're going to make me lose life for my... You know, by going through the Veils of Fear and the Sandfall Cell, and I was like, it's okay, I have some life gain to make up for it. Okay. But they didn't make me do that. I equipped the mace. I put it on this? No, I put the Boots of Speed on this and the mace here. Now we get the pack tactics to go off. And this can kill anything. Nice. Take that. Okay, but if they get a Death Touch thing, like, sure. That could do something. I could move this, but there's no reason to, and it cost me my treasure, which is to say my adult gold dragon, which has been turned into gold. I have this available for when they get their 4/4 Death Touch. I think things are looking great. Another gargoyle. Okay, well... But I don't care about those things having, like, becoming 3/4s. I can still just stomp on them. Just by attacking the way I have already been attacking. I guess they could double block to kill a creature in exchange for one of theirs. Is this really what I want to kill? A 4/4? I think so. Yeah. Oh, get wrecked. I rolled high. Oh, I would have killed the other one. Because I can just move. I can just move the boots. I couldn't just move, like, this guy being a 2/4. Opponent has no plays. This is a red dragon. I like that idea. But we attack first, of course. They start chumping stuff. Kill the 3/4, thank you. Oh, you know, I think I could have won this turn. Oh, I did win this turn. I forgot about that effect. But what I realized I could have done, I could have taken the Boots of Speed off. I could have tapped my, or sacked my treasure token, take the Boots of Speed off of the Hobgoblin, and put them on this red dragon so that it has haste. Hobgoblin would still have first strike. And so they could, like, block this and just kill the Hobgoblin for free, but then they're not blocking either of these. I think that would have been better, but this was good enough? I don't know. I guess if they had chosen to chump the 2/1, they would not be dead. Whereas if I had done this, I think they're dead regardless. Okay, well, an inauspicious beginning, but then the game turned around thanks to having, like, good removal. And decent equipment, I guess, also. Equipment was fairly high value. By the way, what is the art for this deck? Is this correct? That's my 2-mana. Oh, Dragon's Fire? I think, yeah. No, Magic Missile. No. This is a Dragon's Fire deck. There you go. I don't think any one of these dragons deserves to be on the cover. I know it's just silly to play, but I think it's fun to pick apart. And the Dragonfire effect of doing 4 damage instead of 3 didn't end up mattering. I guess I could have chosen not to reveal the dragon in that case, so they don't know that I have it. I would have ended up revealing it later anyway, but... like, I don't know. Was there some chance they could have, like, buffed their creature in response? I don't know. Okay, this looks okay. Nothing much to do early, but I can at least get some equipment on the table. Or burning hands if they play something important. Okay. This deals 2. I do need to be careful this doesn't get too big. But I can afford to play the mace first, I think. Oh, you don't usually see people manually tap. Okay, that's a little spooky. Yeah. I guess these monks are doing work today, huh? I need to kill... I don't know. Their hand is so close to empty. I think I'm going to kill the 3-1 instead. It might get, like, seriously scary. Okay, this gives me a turn 5 play, which is to play it and then equip it. Making it a 5-5. Oh, you jerk! I wanted that. What? Oh, it's enchantment, not artifact. I don't think this matters. They killed my monk. I guess that's sad, but... Okay. They're very much aggroing me down. I would not be at all surprised to see, like, ooh, attack all here and get in 6 damage, but they didn't do it. That's very good news. Hey, 10's enough for a high roll. Medium roll, anyway. I don't attack with the 5-5, right? It's too important to block her for their 3-3s. The problem is these are just going to eventually get out of control. Maybe? I don't know. They're going to have trouble playing 2 cards. I don't have any need to play this right now. Can I afford to attack? Maybe. They could double block, but I don't think they want to do that. Yeah, maybe they do. Yeah, they would just block with these 2. But that would then I could Burning Hands them. That would be great for me. I think I want to wait until I can comfortably attack with, like, both of these. Yeah. Okay, they don't have any spells. This is all land. Just by how fast it passed for them. Thanks. Who needs it? Be this guy? Oh, we win. They're just so mad about the flooding. Okay. I don't think it was over. I think they could have easily top decked something important. But yeah, okay, those monks. I mean, I feel kind of bad that I killed a 3-1 and then there were 3-3s on the board causing trouble for me, but causing enough trouble. I mean, they were 1-mana 3-3s, which is pretty good, but it just, I guess, still somehow wasn't enough? I don't understand why. Was my 5-5 that amazing? It's like the only good thing that happened to me. It was pretty good, though. Alright, who do we have? The bias. A 2-drop, Burning Hands, a 3... Yeah, both removal and creatures on both 2 and 3. Okay, I need another mountain to play this, but... Maybe I wonder if I should cut one of the planes for more mountains, because I do have a lot of red stuff, and drawing like 1-3 is pretty sad. What the hell? Oh my god, I hate ranges. Okay, but we'll play a 3-1. If they attack, I think I let it in, and I just have like burning hands to wipe this thing later. God, this is such a nasty, nasty class. Okay, they're not attacking. Great news. Magic Missile could do something here. But I think I'm... probably supposed to play the Barbarian? Just make a treasure token? I have way too much treasure right now. Like, Burning Hands can wipe this off the face of the earth, so I don't really want to use Magic Missile on it. I could just Magic Missile this, but that can wait. Burning Hands can, like, kill anything in green. So I don't really want to spend it here, I guess. Here goes my Artifact Destruction. Just played it. Would have liked to have that back. No blocks. I think I'll just blow this thing up with a 5-mana spell. Keep my more flexible cards for other things. This is just really awful. That they have... Ranger class is just so good. I don't have any way to kill it. I have to, like, keep the board empty if I'm gonna... Maybe I should have used Magic Missile to kill it, and then... But Burning Hands can't do 6 to white creatures. Maybe I should have Magic Missiled this last turn, and then Burning Hands the... No. Dragon's Fire doesn't work, because I don't have a dragon. It still does 3. It's fine to kill this, I guess. Could try to combo with Magic Missile somehow, but I have a total of 6 damage, which can't be spread out properly among these guys. Maybe I just play the Ogre and then spend... Yeah, I spend the treasure immediately on Dragon's Fire. Oh, it doesn't make treasure token. When it attacks? Missed that. Oh, this is really bad. I assume this would be when it enters the battlefield. I'm going to lose this game by a lot. Ranger class is so gross. Where is it on the tier list? Ranger class. Ranked 17th. Yeah, better than every card in my deck. Actually, worse than Adult Gold Dragon, it says. Never mind, I take that back. But I don't have that right now, and they do have their thing. Okay, so like Dragon's Fire here, and Magic Missile to finish things off, I guess? I can't do that. I don't have enough red. This is an instant. This is the one I meant, though, and it's a sorcery. Fuck. Okay, this is fine, though, I guess. They're not actually going to block there. Oh, this is actually great. Yeah. I should have done this first. I was thinking I could kill it before combat so they wouldn't be blocking, but that's kind of stupid. Why would that even matter? One and one, please. Yeah, if I had just attacked with this, I think they might very well have blocked here, and then I'd wipe the whole board. But putting the extra damage on this made them very suspicious, for good reason. This is horrible. I don't know, I mean, I was dead anyway. Are things really any more horrible than they were? Not really. If only you were blue. Actually, I still wouldn't have enough to kill you? Or to hit it? Alright, I guess we're just gonna go in here. And presumably die in 2 turns? You can reveal an artifact, put it in hand. An artifact enter, it gains a counter. Okay. Enter into the dungeon. So now you have 8 damage. No, you don't have enough mana for that. I mean, my chances of killing this are nil. And my chances of living through it are also nil. Okay, well, just cast the spell in case I have a daily about it, and then attack and then die. Game. Closer than I thought it would be. Yeah, big blunder attacking, or casting the spell before attacking. I thought I had checked and found that Magic Missile was an instant. But even then, it doesn't really make any sense. Like, I don't know. It would have let me kill the 3-1. Which I feel like actually did make sense. But I could have just killed the 3-1 with Magic Missile. And, like, put 1 damage on the 2-4? But then they wouldn't block, so I wouldn't get them with the, I wouldn't get the kill there. So there's no real way, I think, that I could have killed both of their things, except by attacking with the 3-3 and having them block with the 2-4. I don't think that's a very good play. I don't think they would have made that play. They would have blocked with the 3-1 or maybe just let it in. But, okay, since I was way behind, maybe I need to play for a blunder, and that's attacking with the 3-3. And just hoping it works. Alright, I need a plains eventually, but I have some 2-mana stuff. I keep drawing not very many lands. Also, I keep being player 2? Oof. Aggressive stuff. Magic Missile's good for that. Eventually. Red, black. I'll trade these two if the opportunity arises. Obviously blocking here doesn't work at all, it just dies for free. Okay. We're gonna get out-tempoed this game unless a miracle happens. Well. I guess I could just kill something and... I'm not so far behind. I still can't hit any dang land. An opponent's already playing 5 mana cards. Oh my. Yeah, I'm dead here. Nothing here is gonna clear this up. Oh yeah, rub it in. Alright, I'm not even gonna bother resigning this one. There you go. And that's it for me. Have fun. You can go ahead and finish me off. I don't mind. I can't really blame the deck, like, or myself. I don't know. I think I would have lost even if I had drawn a plains at some point in here. But, like, just having this creature on the board would help so much. A 1/3 against all this? I would have taken a lot less damage. I would have had trouble once they got to the 4/3, or if they could have removed my thing, but then they would have gotten to play fewer creatures, so... You know. I think just, like, if I had drawn a land. Maybe I can blame my mulligan choice? I don't think that's right. I think it was right to keep that hand and hope something good happened. Especially, again, on the draw, and, like, I had a 2-drop. This is a much better hand. I think I'm opening with the Hobgoblin Captain and not with the Dragon's Disciple, because there's some chance this would be better. But it depends. Maybe, you know, depending on what opponent plays, I might mind. What are you? Plundering Barbarian. Red-black again. Opponent got the good colors. Red-white is fine. Oh, this card. I know this card. I could just Burning Hands them. I guess? What am I really doing with the 3/1 right now? I don't want their stuff getting... sucks. Well, I can wait till their turn, I guess, and see if they spend the treasure in, and then regret it. Let's do that. Or maybe they play a creature that I would rather Burning Hands. It seems unlikely, because it's likely to have a +1/+1 token on it. Yes, very good. You should do this before combat, I agree. You should do combat before playing a creature, but... Okay, I'm gonna kill your thing. Yep. Scary dude. But at least it's not a 4/4, eh? Natural 1. Oh! Okay, I'm close to playing a 4/4 flyer that taps stuff, but I'm not there yet. I can play a 2/4 now. That's probably pretty good. What are your pack tactics? It creates a 1/1 that's tapped and attacking. That doesn't matter so much. I have a 2/2 to block it. Would love a land. Getting to play this and turn off, I don't know, their 3/3 or something would be nice. I have, like, the board is looking pretty okay right now, but any combat tricks kind of blow me out of the water if I block, and if I don't block, I'm just taking a bunch of damage. So I think I have to block and, like, hope for the best. Now, there are confusing ways to block here. I might just go with this. I don't know what combat tricks are in the format. But I'm kind of thinking like maybe they buff their creature and this is enough to still kill it. And they, you know, if they buff it, they might get to kill both of mine. But I can block here. I think that's fine. Overload them so they have to spend 2 combat tricks to get me. Okay. Looks like they just want to kill the 3-1. Wow. This is amazing for me. What? I mean, okay, I just traded a 3-1 for a 3-3 and a 2-2 for a 2-2. But their creatures were way better? You rather get rid of my treasure? That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, because I would have cast the cool creature, obviously. But the Hoarding Ogre is going to resolve the problem by attacking next turn. Killing it? No. Alright. I don't need the treasure token. I mean, I'm still going to get some anyway. But I play this and tap something, right? This doesn't have haste. I guess I want to tap their 2-3 because it's what's best at stopping my 2-4 from attacking. Also just their like generally strongest creature. None of them do anything fancy when attacking. But it doesn't like really matter. If I attack with the 3-3, they can just like double block and trade. I think I just don't attack with the 3. I go in with the 2-4. But then they could just double block and trade one of these for this, and that's bad also. So okay, no attacks. There's Ward because of the... Oh, that's such a good card! Your end step. So if your creatures die on your turn, I lose life. And then the really expensive one is 7 mana. Which doubles all life loss that I take, basically. Wait, is this... Oh yeah, it is already level 2, okay. Ah, I clicked outside the window, come back. This is +1/+0, which would be nice to equip on the Ogre, I think. Okay. I have this 2-1. Okay, I guess in that case I'll just play the Monk and attack with the flyer. They are ready to level this up, actually, with the treasure token and 6 lands. Or just with a 7th land, quite possibly. And then they're going to want to start losing creatures attacking, right, rather than blocking. Oh, this is a fun one. I can probably do something with this. But I'm thinking we put the equipment on this guy so it can attack, and then I turn off the 2/3? Maybe? If I do this, do they, like, have lethal? No. I'm just thinking, like, this is gonna make Magic Missile really good. And it'll mean the creatures are dying on my turn instead of theirs. Attack with the 1/1 as well, why not? Actually, if they don't block at all, they do have lethal. I somehow missed that they have 8 things here. Okay. 1, 2. No, whoops. This way. Oh, and the 1/1 actually got in. They didn't block it. It's a little surprising. I guess they needed to double block my ogre instead. Oh no, I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. But if they have any extra damage, I am. Oh, they're just ending their turn and letting me kill them, I guess. Okay. Right, this is... Okay. Well, that was a cool game. We both, I think, had similar power levels. And the game was in question up until the end. Each got to do some unfair stuff. I think... I don't know. I guess I wasn't dead even if they didn't block. I could have Magic Missiled to kill one of their creatures. And they'd only have 12 damage. But that combined with like stealing my 4/4 and killing me, or attacking me with it, definitely would have been lethal. So either they made a huge mistake, or they didn't draw lethal until the next turn. It's plausible. Or, I mean, it could be that neither of those things happened in some way. I need red. Okay. I'll just dump the ogre. Or maybe this? I like that this can make treasure tokens. I guess. Oh, also, the Brazen Dwarf will get to go off. It's possible they were instead playing around some spell that I might have had by blocking. I don't know what spell that might have been, because I don't know the format that well, but maybe they do. You're not green, you're blue. Okay, I attack. Decent value for Burning Hands. It did 3 damage. Kind of. This time, I don't know, I could attack again and maybe get them, maybe have them let in the 1 damage. That probably would have been a good idea, actually, because it's not like I'm blocking with the 1-3. Yeah, it was kind of a free shot to see if they were scared of another burning hand. Untack target permanent not named Clever Conjurer. So, okay. We just... The equip costs red, so I can't actually play it in the, while attacking. Alright, just get in some damage, I guess. A 20? Hello. Don't get a lot of those. Two, 3. I don't think it matters where this is. I don't know, having it here is probably better than where else. Oh no, that costs a token. No, it's fine. I have plenty of treasure. Oh, come on. This guy has too much removal. Come on, knock it off. Combat tricks and stuff. Alright, here you go. I don't have like any discard effects, but I also don't have any need for more white mana right now. Oh. It's a 3/4 that draws a removal spell. Disgusting. Alright, this is going to be the end of the road for us. 3 and 3. I guess I should have moved the equipment knowing they would be removing it, but I don't think it helps that much to have it here. Still, it would be an improvement. Oh my god, it's a giant friggin'... Oh no, it's not a dragon. Okay, it's a troll. But that's also a serious problem. They have a card in hand? Doesn't look like it. I mean, I can trade for the 3/4, I guess. I hate it, but I need to not die. And this goblin's gonna be great against the troll, even though, like, things are still gonna suck. I could have killed their 2/3. I don't think that's that great. What the hell are you? A blue dragon. Okay. Sure. I wish I had those treasure tokens back that I spent, or that one that I spent unnecessarily. But then fireball and magic missile. Okay, just shoot myself in the head, no problem. Yeah. Three. Pretty all right for a first draft in the format, I think. I feel like at least 2 of the wins that I got, I was like not really clear that I was winning, and then opponent conceded. But who knows? All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll have some more of these drafts coming up, presumably starting tomorrow. Anyway, watching, and I'll see you next time.